Man, shout out Stolen from Africa. Shout out to all the Z-Boys, Eric Flowchild, Magic, Lord Quest, Addy G, my homeboy Eggy, Ebenezer. Shout out to the whole Live TV family, Logical Ethics, SFA, RGG, DJ O, Caprice, Chevy, Wonder, Juice, Rochester, Time, the whole family, man. Shout out the whole TO. Shout out all my Ghanaians and my Black Stars. One love.
See,
what you know about this? What you know about this? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? Hip hop. You talking about hip hop? Love and the rich, love and the rich. We need class and big life. Yeah. When the fly comes what? It's fine. It's more you love to live life. Tell me how you live life. Check it. Devils wear Prada, angels like Fendi. I'm twice as trendy as Farnsworth's best.
Word, man. So speaking of a fresh new vibe, let's talk about the new video, Hip Life. But before we even get into the actual video, like, what is Hip Life?
Hip Life is a mix between high life and hip hop. And what high life music is basically the music that my parents and the parents of all of us young West African youth all over the world and here in Toronto used to listen to. They called it high life because that was the lifestyle that they were leading. You know, it was like the disco and the clubs back in West Africa, specifically Ghana. You understand what I'm saying? And it was a mix between like Afro lyrics, the Afrocentric vibe with the drums and everything and the beat, and they'd sing their lyrics on it. You know, and the youth, you know, just like the way it is with black youth all over the world, they'll always take what their parents did and translate it and make it younger and fresher. So the young ones in back in Ghana started mixing high life with hip hop, you know, and one of the main pioneers, they consider him the godfather of hip life, was Reggie Rockstone. And Reggie Rockstone is the one who basically keyed that phrase, hip life, hip hop, and high life, you know. And he took it to that next level. I actually had a chance to meet homeboy Reggie Rockstone last year. He came down to Toronto, man. Met him. Was very blessed. You know, I felt like he really came down and blessed me and said, "Hey, SPEK WON, this is what it is, man. Do you?" You know, so that's mainly what hip life is.
What time it is? What time it is? Check it. If you've seen Hotel Rwanda, then you know about the drama. This year Rasta is a lion from Zion, East of Barber, where Lucifer and Babylon are both sons of the morning, and them boys don't give no warnings. When they shoot to kill. What time it is? 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 What time it is?
So let's talk about some of the features that you have in there, you know what I mean? Because the video pretty much shows like a level of unity within the hip hop community, man. So let's talk about some of the people that came out to support you.
Most definitely. We got dudes like myself, Stolen from Africa, Logical Ethics. We've got Rochester Juice. We've got RGG, Tone Mason, Lincoln. We got Cinco from Ghetto Concept. We got JD Era. We got man, who else? I'm thinking somebody. Kid Cut, Baby Blue Sound Crew. Like, these are people that I know personally or know through people. You know what I'm saying? Or I come across them every now and then, and I got their contact and whatnot. And, you know, I reached out to a lot of people. You know, certain people couldn't make it. You know, and it's not a big issue. It's not a big deal. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people wanted to make it, but they couldn't. You know, but whoever made it, made it. And a lot of people made it. You know, and it just made me realize that this whole hater city stigma that Toronto has is not really 100% true. You know, I mean, there's a lot of love here. You know, you just gotta look for it. I reached down there, it came.
They're like, what's hip life? That's a new thing, fresher than the pair of Adidas and fat shoestrings. And I could teach them how to walk this way. Lord Quest, the new Jam Master J. Like he passed him the torch the day he passed away. And I'm a young Rev 1. What? SPEK WON. Z-Boy style. Lift your crown, Royale. Soundboy, your career's already wrong. Stupid cash and I must get some till my pockets get dull. What you know about this? What you know about this? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you
Now, you know, that being said, with the video, you know, showing that unity and, you know, separating from the Screwface Capital, the video itself, you know, has been getting like a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? It's been seen like on City on My Back blog. It's been seen on, you know, the Real Frequency blog, and people have just been like really supporting. You know, especially you being like a new artist coming up. You know what I mean? Like you've been getting like a lot of recognition, and I know that you submitted that video to Much Music, and then for some reason it got turned down, man. So I don't know if you can, you know, speak on that.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I got mad love for Much Music. You know, I mean, they've been around for years upon years, from Electric Circus to Rap Cities to Extend the Mixes and so on and so forth. You know, it's still growing. You know, and I know they got their rules and their regulations and whatnot, but at the end of the day, you know, me being a fan of Much Music, you know, it's kind of, I wouldn't go as far as saying heartbreaking, but you know, it's kind of, you know, that little stab in the chest to hear them say, you know, we don't want to play your video. You know, now I could understand if it was a thing where I was approaching them with something that was so-so, but I mean, everybody's seen the video, I've seen it. You know, I'm the #1 critic of my own work. If it wasn't up to par, I wouldn't even waste the gas money to drive up there and go hand it in. I wouldn't even waste my breath speaking to them and say, hey, this is my stuff. I wouldn't even waste the money to transfer it to beta to send it up to them. I would have just let it run on YouTube for what it is. But, you know, it's got a lot of quality in it. You know, everyone's loving it. You know, I mean, it has everything in it. I mean, sure, it's not the average music video you see black people coming out with. You know, it's not the same type of video you see on BET or whatnot. And when these MCs and rap artists submit their videos, a lot of times it has the elements of the fast cars and the champagne and the half-naked females and whatnot. You know, I came at it from a perspective of I showed my community, my African community, you know, and furthermore, black community. Not only black, you know, there's a lot of different races in there, but it's hip life, so it's predominantly African, you know, and I basically showed in a span of 24 hours what my day sort of looks like. You know, when I'm up and I'm out and I'm meeting with everybody to the nighttime with the nightlife and everything. You understand what I'm saying? You got scenes where I'm in the basement with my homeboy and they're making beats and all that stuff, and that's just reality. You know, I wanted to bring reality and creativity to the table with that video. You know, and I feel it's up to par. The blogs are loving it. They're talking about it on Real Frequency. You know, DJs are loving it. You know, I've got nothing but positive feedback with that video.
What is Z-Boys?
Z-Boys. Z-Boys stands for Zongo Boys, and it's an ideology that I've had in my mind and in my heart for a long time. Basically what it is it's the ideology that the young African community has within their mind. You understand what I'm saying? A Zongo boy, the definition of a Zongo boy in my country is like a boy that's like an area boy from like the hood, from like the, you know what I'm saying, the city, the fast life, you know, the hustlers, the movers and shakers, you know, he'll do several different jobs, you understand what I'm saying, just to hustle and just to make it. So just that hustler mentality of the Zongo boy is what I wanted to bring over here. And I love the name, like the name Zongo, it just sounds African, you understand what I'm saying? And it's like, that's not the only thing I bring to the table, just the fact that I'm African, but I always like to let people know that when I'm doing my stuff, when I'm doing my thing, because I don't think there's enough artists or entertainers out there that bring that pride, that African pride of what they're doing, you know. I mean, they're African, they won't deny it, but, you know what I'm saying, I think I need to fill in that slot because not too many people are pushing that too much, you know.